what I remember from Standing Rock is being labeled a terrorist.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should start there, like calling people like us, people like water protectors, terrorists. Like what does that mean to you?
So this use of language is against me and against Jess, and soon to be against a lot of folk. For anyone that opposes any kind of extractive industry is very disconcerting. To be called a terrorist by my own government on behalf of a private industry, it's a political use of the word, obviously, to single out people that aren't harming anyone. I didn't believe that the terrorism enhancement would come against Jessica, would come against, someone that was protecting water, someone who's never wielded a weapon, or someone that has never threatened to harm another human being. I didn't think that the terrorism enhancement would apply. So, yeah, to be called a terrorist and to be tried as a terrorist for an agenda that has nothing but death and profit at its forefront is greatly angering because it's a gross misuse of power, both by the U.S. government and by the corporations.
Listening to you makes me think of when I went through this same threat, this same degradation of being declared a terrorist. We were set to argue that out of necessity, my actions had become inescapable, that there were no other remedies for me. The weight of the universe, our spiritual, mental health compels us to take these actions. I feel the same way. For me, DAPL was like yesterday. Every time I hear a police radio, every time I watch some live feed of law enforcement who are there at the behest of some big oil company, it's the same setup. And that, it just feels like fascism. The human species is in a state of reckoning right now because the law and order that those officers are set up to protect, designed to protect, is that state of affairs which protects capital owners and property.
And I think that genuinely all anyone is really asking for is for people to do their jobs, to be good and true, to protect, life. And I think that's something that everybody can stand behind because it's just some common sense. And you're right, like we are, as humanity, we are going through a reckoning for our own behaviors. And I'm just saying no to this narrative that I'm a terrorist, or that Jess is a terrorist, or that anyone's a terrorist for obstructing the destruction of our earth. It's just ridiculous. If you look at the language of the terrorism enhancement itself, the operative word there is coerce. Mm-hmm. And in order to coerce anyone, you have to have power. And maybe this isn't true, but it sure seems true that neither Jessica nor myself ever, nor will ever possess the power to coerce the U.S. government to do anything.
Part of what we do in our ceremonial obligations is to offer ourselves, to offer our flesh, to offer our blood in an exchange, in a recognition that the universe will take compassion on us and make sure that the spring flourishes again, that snow will come in the winter, that the seasons will renew themselves. So what you're doing by offering your body, that is a part of ceremony, and the sacred recognizes that. So I want you to know that perspective exists, and that we have to keep going because we don't have a choice.
I think again I hope that we're still in the 11th hour of everything, And now all I can do is speak out against the violence and the abuse of power and ask for justice, for true justice.